Before we bring up the filmmakers, we obviously look at a lot of films every year, but what's really wonderful is when you see an independent film, and in this case a Canadian independent film, that just really, really impressed us. So much talent, and it's almost exciting to be here at the beginning of filmmakers' careers and to see them, you know, with their, in this case, their second feature, but it's lovely to be at the early part of a filmmaker's career and see so much potential already coming out, and we're really thrilled that it's the Canadian premiere. A lot of people asked these filmmakers to host their Canadian premiere, and out of all the festivals that asked them, they chose Toronto After Dark. So please give a warm, huge Toronto After Dark welcome to the very talented Jen and Sylvia Soska, the Twisted Twins, who have flown in from Vancouver. The Toronto After Dark.
I got verklempt over there. I get to that response, you can tell there's an open bar. Hey boys and girls, I'm Jen Soska.
And I'm Sylvia Soska. And we're the Twisted Twins.
Oh my god, it's so fucking good to be back in Canada.
I missed you guys. This is a thrill. Wait, you were gonna say the Canada part.
I started saying the Canada part. I love Canada, and it's such an honor for American Mary to be having its Canadian premiere here at Toronto After Dark. I'd say that a lot of the other festivals, and I was like, well, what's your tour include? Oh, we're going here, we're going here, we're going to Toronto After Dark. And we're like, fuck, you got into Toronto After Dark? Shit, man.
I'm stuck here for another week, man. Say hi to Adam for me.
I guess those were the people you didn't let in. It's because of Adam and the amazing staff here and the amazing fucking fans, you guys, that all the filmmakers say that this is the festival for the fans. Eli Roth fucking loves this festival, and all you guys. So I want to thank you all from the very bottom of my twisted little heart for coming out here to see our girl, American Mary. And because it's Canada, we have to do something a little extra special, and we actually have a large Canadian announcement that we're going to be giving. Most of us going to be giving in just a few moments. She's always stepping on my line. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Twitter, but please tweet the fuck out of what we're about to say. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
So, a big thing with a movie like this, it only grows as much as the support that it receives from you guys. Like literally, Dead Hooker in a Trunk, if you guys hadn't seen it, this wouldn't be possible. If you guys weren't in the theater right now for American Mary, nothing would happen for us. And Twisted Twins Productions and Industry Works Entertainment is very excited to let you know that Anchor Bay Entertainment will be taking care of American Mary, so all of you guys will be able to bring her home with you!
Give it the fuck up for Anchor Bay, my god!
We perved on their office and asked for pretty much every DVD they had, and then they were like,
they are so good, they gave them to us. We were like, can I have this? Oh my god, you have it, can I? It was shameless when we left with our stack of DVDs. It's like, oh, I really want to see that. Have it. Thank you.
I know one day people will be there, oh my god, you have American Mary, can I have that?
They have a great collection of
DVDs.
honor. Now, it's wonderful. Anchor Bay are obviously one of our major supporters, and they've been since the beginning. 7 years they've supported Toronto After Dark, and they continue to support independent film. And it's wonderful that you can announce today that they're picked up for distribution, your film, here at the festival exclusively. So, big cheer for Anchor Bay Entertainment. Thank you so much.
Please tweet that. Tweet it. It just happened. Mic drop. Too expensive to
just happened today, right?
Just
Fantastic.
today, this afternoon.
It actually happened like 20 minutes before right now. We're like, can we say it? Is it gonna happen?
You guys are going to be extra in the mood to party at the after party, right?
Oh dude, everybody come over, say hi to us. I mean, she looks bitchy, but she's actually friendly. It's her face, look how horrible. Don't look, just do your face normal.
And you can tweet that.
Right? Total bitch. Or,
it warms up nicely.
and after you see the movie, you might feel you don't want to talk to us anymore. I left that out up here. It's totally cool. Let's get some drinks and have a great time.
I will totally not turn down any candy apple martinis, which will be much funnier to all of you after you see the film.
I always say an in-joke at the beginning, Jen. That's solid.
It's a joke.
Okay, guys, let's get on with the film. Let's
Get on with the film. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm changing specialties, Dr. Grant. Have you ever heard of body modification.
Well, I know you all want to get to the pub, so without further ado, let's bring up the very talented directors, Jen and Sylvia Soska. Come on up. I'm just going to ask a couple of quick questions, and then I'm going to throw it over to you guys. So very quickly, guys, where did you come up with this crazy idea for this very unique film that you made?
We actually pulled it out of our ass.
Yeah, we usually store a lot up there.
You saw the little dedication for Eli up there. We actually had no scripts whatsoever after we were done Dead Hooker in a Trunk, and he asks me, so what other scripts do you have? And I didn't have the balls to tell him the truth, so I lied. I was like, Eli, I have so many other scripts. I got this one and this one. All things I knew were in my ass if I needed to pull them out.
Again, there is a lot.
There's a lot in there. And he said, the medical student one sounds awesome. I was like, oh, cool. And I look at Jen, I was like, we need a script, like, right now.
I said, dude, what the fuck do you know about body modification?
Apparently enough. Before we get too into this, I'd like to bring up my male lead as well, who played Billy Barker in the film, Antonio Cupo.
Give it up.
That was his first on-screen, non-iPhone blowjob, so it was really awesome.
I've been officially de-virginized for my on-screen VJ.
Do you just want to very quickly a little bit about the casting process? Bring Antonio and also, of course, Catherine Isabel. Give it up for the wonderful lead performance.
Yeah,
She couldn't be here.
Well, Jennifer and I actually wrote the script for Katie. We were always big fans of her and her work, but I never, by the time it came to casting, I liked the character of Mary so much, and I hate everybody. And I was like, oh fuck, what if I don't like this chick at all? I put a lot on, I kind of liked her and this and that. And Katie read the script, she was really interested, and then Jen forced me to sit next to her at our first meeting. I was in the bathroom getting physically ill, and Katie comes in, and she's perfect, and she's even more awesome in real life, and a little crazy. She didn't have to do too much to bring that out.
Also with Tristan Risk, who played Beatrice Johnson.
Give it up for that. Fantastic.
It's a very good one.
We went through 60 different actresses between Vancouver and LA on a lot of taped auditions, and we were so miserable because either they didn't have the body movement, the confidence, they didn't want to wear prosthetics, they didn't want to do the voice, they couldn't do the voice. We were like, fuck, what are we gonna do? But we needed to bring in our dance coordinator, and Tristan Risk came in, and she was just, she is Beatrice, oh my god. And we were watching her, and we got a little bit sad while we were talking in our meeting. I was like, it's really too bad that you don't act. And she's, oh, I act. Well, it's too bad you can't do voices. Oh, I do voices. Well, I already know you can take your clothes off, so come in and audition for us. She nailed it. And actually, we had a horrible time casting Billy also. A bunch of dudes came in, and I was like, I don't like him, or if it was this guy, Mary would totally want to bang him. It has to be someone who you kind of would want to bang, but wouldn't at the same time. Somebody that you wouldn't. So I went on casting workbook, and I looked for everybody between 20 and 40. Yeah, you need a mic to defend yourself. And I saw your picture, and I was like, this guy looks like he could be that, potentially.
Understand that walking into a room with these two girls in micro mini skirts and knee highs was a little bit intimidating, needless to say.
You don't seem intimidated. He comes in and we're like, so where's your resume and headshot? He's like, I don't do that shit. And he goes, stands on his mark. I go,
Sylvia, the last scene, the bar scene, Sylvia read that with him because she's like, if there's an actor that comes in that I like, I'm gonna read with them. And she did that for everything because she read somewhere that Tarantino did, and I was like, okay, yeah, whatever, fuck, knock yourself out. And this one comes in. Before we had Antonio reading with our cold reader, and it was a gentleman, and there wasn't so much chemistry there. And then Sylv steps in, she's like, okay, I like this guy, so let's fucking talk to him. And she comes in, she sits down, and she's like, do you want me to do anything? He's like, yeah, stand up. It's like, that's not really how this scene goes, but okay, whatever.
I saw them walking across back and forth, and there's like these little mini skirts going. And I was just like, oh my god, I closed the door behind me, I'm just like, okay, it's fucking on.
And then we start doing the scene, but it's not like the sad, like, oh my god, I just saw you blowing this person, oh, you're so crazy, oh, we're so fucked up, because he didn't read the script whatsoever. And he
I don't do that shit either.
No, you don't do that shit whatsoever. And
and it got like super sexy, and you were like this close to my face, and I was
And
like,
then you forgot your line.
he leaned in to kiss you, and you're like, line, no, sitting down, and everyone's like, that wasn't what we wanted. But through the whole day, we couldn't talk about anything but you. Whether some people hated you, some people loved you, all we could do was talk about you. We're like, that dude needs to come back. And then we're like, would he read the script though? Is it possible? Anything's possible. And then about, I don't guess 7 hours later, you did.
Yeah, I read the script finally, and it was amazing, and I really wanted to be a part of the project. And, you know, when you see people with so much passion, especially directors, wanting to do something so badly, you know, there's a certain energy about that you just want to be a part of, and that's exactly what happened here. So thank you guys.
Let's throw it open to the floor. Anyone any questions? Over here.
Yeah, I like to hear that German accent again.
The German accent.
Well, we say the arm thing. Everyone wants to hear you say the fucking arm thing. We want you to take off our left arms and exchange them with one another. It's my mom and dad's favorite line. Because they made me. We wouldn't dream of betraying our doctor-patient confidentiality. I can do it even better with the teeth in.
I just wanted to ask about the why you don't think the special effects from why you don't think that was the actual thing that you did. Also, where did the title American Fairy come from?
I'll do the effects, you do the title. Done.
Okay.
We grew up in the 80s. We grew up in the 80s, and the reason that we did the effects in American Mary the way we did is because we had John Carpenter's The Thing. We had a lot of really good practical effects, and when you use CGI, it's really something that's supposed to be used as embellishments.
It dates the project.
Yeah, exactly. It's supposed to, you know, just pretty it up, like putting makeup on. So we wanted to blend reality with a really good effects that you wouldn't be able to tell, is it real, is it not? When Tristan showed up without her face on, nobody even knew who the fuck she was. And we knew right away that we wanted to have actual mods in the film. Penis Guy, Russ Fox, was our flesh art consultant, and he fixes a lot of, you know, fucked up, so, you know, it was kind of funny to put him in there. And when we had the task of finding an effects artist, at the top of our list was Todd Masters and Masters Effects. If anyone watches, I know, True Blood, 6 Feet Under, anything shot in Vancouver. We were huge fans of 6 Feet Under. We would watch the kills, and we said, fuck, if we could have anybody do our bodies, it would be Todd Masters and Masters Effects. And they are, I can't say enough good things about them. It's impossible to tell what is real and what isn't. Most of, well, I don't know. I wouldn't tell you what's real or what's not.
You should know. You did work on it a bit.
The tongue was real. I think the teenagers are going to get their, you know, tongues snipped, and parents are going to blame us.
Everybody who gets a body modification after this gets a free t-shirt, so just...
Yeah! Do it. Tweet it at us.
The title American Mary, I couldn't think of a title at first. Originally it was There Will Be Maud, which was lame, and then there was Bloody Mary, which was stupid.
It was Lab Rat at one point.
Lab Rat was the first one, and the very last one I was thinking, well, it's kind of like she's pursuing the American dream. There's a certain level of success you can have because America is the dominant superpower, where you can come from very humble beginnings and work super hard and then, you know, become Jay-Z. And I was like, she's kind of the Jay-Z of body modification. The mixing of horror and humor is, Jennifer and I never actually think we're making a horror movie. We're just really fucked up. We thought this was a romantic comedy. I thought Dead Hooker was a fun road trip movie, and I just don't want to get out of bed unless somebody gets mutilated or gore. I just can't be motivated, so.
It was really important for us to make, being identical twins, we wanted Dead Hooker and American Mary to be very much alike, but very, very different. After Dead Hooker came out, a lot of people, well, some assholes said, oh, they can only do Shock and Grindhouse, those low-budget horrors. Well, I said, we can do a beautiful homage to Eastern and European filmmaking, where the cinematography, like I Saw the Devil or Let the Right One In, is very, very beautiful. We wanted to make a horror movie that you don't have to look away from.
And that's a big props to Brian Pearson, our cinematographer. He was amazing, and she storyboarded the whole thing, and we just made sure it looked as pretty as possible.
I was reading somewhere, you know, film critics always interpret films in all sorts of different ways. And one interpretation that I read recently about your film, it's a metaphor for striving in independent film, the struggle. Have
I like
you thought about that?
Well, it was a little bit of a metaphor for our adventures in the film industry. I don't usually get invited to parties with directors and producers. Actually, we got invited to a lot of those parties with directors and producers. I found out the mainstream people that were all supposed to be very nice and very friendly, there were just like some horrible monsters in that, like kids running around in a playground, a debauchery playground. And then when Jennifer and I went into independent horror, it was like coming home, everybody welcomed us so much. It was just, even though we were getting messy, it was just so much better, which is kind of like what Mary goes through.
We can't say enough good things about the horror community. Much like the film, one of our tagline is appearances are everything. And in our experience, the people that look normal usually have something really fucked up that they're keeping in the closet. And people like us that wear our weirdness on our sleeves, that's just it. We're just kind of fucked up in general. Yeah, my weirdo's in the balcony.
Come on, you got a question? Anybody want to shout one now? Anybody want to throw one?
They're shy, they want to get drunk with us.
You guys want to go to the pub, don't you? Make some noise, you want to go to the pub. Okay, I guess we are at pub time, so I'm going to wrap up with one last question. So what's next for you guys? I mean, obviously you've made this film, you've got distribution here in Canada as of today. Cheers.
Just became a professional wrestler when I announced that.
What's next in terms of the roadshow here? Because you're doing the festival circuit with American Mary, and then I guess more distribution you're trying to get.
Yeah. And what's happening next is Jennifer and I will be down in Los Angeles for the Son of Monster Palooza convention. It's going to be.
So fly out for that, everyone.
So fly out for that, and then bummer we don't get Halloween, but we're throwing a Halloween party on the 27th, Son of a Bash with Masters Effects, but. On Halloween, we traveled to Australia, and we're going to be traveling for the next 20 days from festival to festival with Elvira, and they gave us bloody burlesque dancers in the theme of American Mary, so there's going to be about a bunch of hot chicks. Like,
wait for us to tweet those photos.
So it'll be some debauchery down under, it'll be fabulous.
As far as films go, again, we grew up in the 80s, and we had like Gremlins and Pumpkinhead and a real schmack a word?
Whatever, just keep going, don't draw attention to it.
Thank you, Hanson. We love monster movies, and we haven't seen an original monster. I mean, now we have twinkling vampires, and that's just not good enough for us. So we have a script called Bob. Are there Twilight fans in here? Get the fuck out. Half the audience walks out.
Not a Tron After Dark.
But we do have an original monster that we are creating with Masters Effects, and we thought it's about time to have something new, something for, you know, to sell us.
So it's one of the most disgustingly bloody, crude comedies. So, you know, we're doing something completely different.
It is as disgusting as it is funny, and this is the funniest thing we've written.
That's true. And if you guys like comic books, Jennifer and I are collaborating with First Comics, and we're taking a lot of our scripts and turning them into director's cut versions of them in graphic novel form. So I think my sentence got fucked up there, and I was like, oh shit,
honestly, I tuned you out. I was blowing kisses at the cameras.
Okay, and you guys are coming to Pub After Dark, right?
Yes, we are.
Right.
Oh, ladies also, in case you don't want to get drunk with us, he's also coming with us. So we're going to get hammered, so please do come down.
Upstairs, across the road, Paul's Pub, and we'll see you after dark right there. And we'll see you back here at the festival tomorrow. One more round of applause for the wonderful.
Tweet if you like the film.
Post.
Repost. YouTube.
Cheers.